bright pink bed frame over there. That's another addition that we have to the garden, which I really love. I'm so in love with this bed frame. As you may have gathered, I've got bed frames. They make beautiful trellis, and they're very sturdy, so they're very reliable and durable as well.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Hello everybody, welcome to Kanyiri Grows. Today I'm just gonna be giving you an update of how the garden has been doing. So I did a video last time about my garden. I gave you a little tour and showed you how the plants were growing. So that was the beginning of June. This is the end of June, and I'm just here to show you how far the plants have grown. So I'm gonna start with this raised bed. As you can see, this is how my raised bed is. Just ignore that blue thing. Sometimes I cover them up when it's too sunny or when it's raining, like we have a lot of rainy days, and so I'll just put a cover to protect them from the sun or to protect them from the rain. So as you can see, firstly we have the sweet potatoes. As you can see, last time I showed you the sweet potatoes, and now they have grown a little bit, which I'm happy with. They have been very slow in their growth, but we're getting there. So as you can see, this is already trying to find its way to the trellis, so that is good. And we have those two as well there. We have another one just there in the container, which is growing on its own. It seems like it's doing much better compared to the ones in the raised bed, obviously because it's not sharing the nutrients with other plants. And like here in the raised bed, we have the beans, which are just right next to the sweet potatoes. So the beans are there. As you can see, they're doing very well. We are having some ginormous, look at that. This is like super tall. That's a big one. So I'm happy with how those beans are doing, how the sweet potatoes are doing. And also this perennial kale right here is growing. It has grown much bigger since the last video that I did. I'm actually thinking of how I will transplant it, because this is a Dobenton kale, which is very rare, and also it can grow to a height of maybe 2 feet. And I have to look for another, say maybe a pot like the rest of the Dobentons, place it in a pot, and I think it's gonna be much happier there. We also have these that have already grown so big in just a few weeks. These are the dwarf beans. They call them cowpeas. So these are the cowpeas, and this is how they look like now. They've grown very big. We've got some little chard coming out. There's another chard there. And yeah, so that's the raised bed. That's how it looks. I just love the way the beans, these are actually, the variety of these beans is called manita. This is the manita broad beans. I have done a video a while back when I was transplanting these manita beans. I start them off from seed, and they grow pretty fast. I can say they're disease resistant because I haven't had any problem with them. I've been growing them for the last 3 years, and I haven't had any problem with those beans right there. So over here we have this sunflower. So I love sunflowers in the garden. I think they look beautiful, and they also invite very good beneficial insects. And here we have this is a strawberry plant. I've just harvested, like I've harvested it like 3 times, and each time it has given me like 10 to 15 strawberries. And yesterday I harvested a few, maybe like 10 strawberries. Yeah, I left that one there because it wasn't very red. So it's doing very well. As I said in the last video, these strawberries plant, I have had it for like almost 5 years, I think. Got the mint leaves there. I think that's the peppermint. I always get the peppermint and spearmint confused, but I love this one. I think this is the spearmint because it smells more like the chewing gums and the, you know, those menthol gums that we always having. So I was thinking this is the spearmint because it is the sweet mint that we're used to in the sweets, and that one possibly could be the peppermint. So peppermint, spearmint, they're the same mint. They're all mint, but they're different varieties of mint. This here, it's sort of like a neglected neglected area, but seems like little beans are coming up, which is not bad. I planted some beans there, even though we still had this big stalk, big stem. It's a kale collard plant, which has been here since last year. So this is the 2nd year, and it's now coming to seed. You can see it's now going into seed. It's got a few aphids on it, but the insects are really doing a good job because they have gotten rid of most of the aphids on it. It had a lot, but now it's looking much better. So I just let it go into seed so I can harvest the seeds. I have done a video before of how I harvest my kale seeds, so kindly just have a look at that. It might be helpful. These are just two sweet potatoes that I planted there, but something seems to be not going very right with them. So but I just leave them there to just, you know, try and see if something is gonna grow. Oh, I have my marigolds here. I love marigolds. Normally when my marigold come like this, when this one is coming out, I go all the way to the bottom of that flower where it's starting off, and I chop it off, and that way it will help the plant and other flowers will come up, because you've taken out one and more are gonna grow. Because if you've taken out one, that means that is less nutrients being you know, used up by one plant. So as you can see, I've taken out a few flowers that look like they were almost withering, so that they can give more space, more food to the other flowers that want to come up. So this is something that I also wanted to show you guys. As you can see, if you've watched my other video, I think you'll be able to understand this part, because the pumpkins were actually on the wall. They were just leaning on the wall in the last video, and I wanted them to climb up. This ladder was just next to the wall, and the pumpkins were gonna go up. But I realized that there was a problem. The sun was coming from the opposite side, was actually in the opposite side, and the pumpkin leaves wanted to go after the sun, and they didn't want to go towards the wall. So as much as I wanted them to climb, and I was tying them to the ladder, which was just against the wall, they didn't like that. So they started changing color, because sun is very important to a plant. The sun helps the plant in the process of photosynthesis. And in the process of photosynthesis, oh, that's a mouthful. Yeah, that's when the plants get their green color, chlorophyll, from. And if they don't get enough sunshine, they start changing color. So as you can see, these pumpkin leaves do look a little bit yellow, especially on the edges. And yeah, so I have turned this ladder, or let me just call it a bed frame, because it is a frame of a bed. It is a frame of a bed, like a kid's bed, that I have joined together here. They are very tight, and I've put up one part of the one side. This is the one side. On the outside, I've put up this crate, which has these pumpkins, so they can climb up. And I have tied them up like that, just to direct them how to go. And because I've just done this 2 days ago, that's why there isn't much change in the color. But I'm hoping that they will start now loving this direction that they're in. They're growing very well in there. As you can see, it's like a little box they're in. But yeah, I love how it looks as well. I think it looks quirky, especially with these little boots that my daughter, she actually allowed me to use them, but they don't fit her anymore, and I think they look cute. They look cute when you put them there. I've just made a hole. I made a hole on the boot, and I attached it to the wood just at the top, and I made one little hole at the bottom, put in some soil and your favorite flowers. It's easy, and my daughter loves it. She thinks it's quite interesting and making our garden look all nice and pretty. So I'm gonna turn to this other side of the garden. I hope you've spotted that pink. This is my new baby. This is called Vietnamese mint. So beautiful and uniform how they just grow. Just one big portion of tiny flowers. Most of the leaves were this color, but now look at that, it's all nice and green. I have just harvested coriander here, all of it. I like to just harvest. So thank you so much guys for watching. I truly appreciate. Kindly leave a like and a comment down below if you like this video, if you like to see this kind of videos. I will be updating you very soon, let you know how things are going at Kanyiri Grows. I hope you like the ideas, the tips that I give you. And until next time guys, it's bye-bye for me.
1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright.